welcome back. Adventure awaits. Previously, you all had returned after dealing with the Minotaurs and their gelatinous cube problem. Uh, Only to be confronted with taxes and Genevieve's nephew, which is where we're picking up. You all standing in the harp, and Bartholomew has just shown up. So,
Okay.
play.
Just shut up. I thought we had already kind of got through stuff.
Do what?
He just shut up. I thought we already did stuff.
Okay, to be fair, it has been a month. I don't remember anything beyond him showing up. And while I was re-listening to stuff to try and refresh where we were, I did not get to the very end.
Okay.
If anyone knows specifically what happened after that point, please tell me.
Last thing I remember is he showed up, and then the tax guy told us about everything, and that was it. We ended it.
That's what I thought was going on.
Well, in that case, put my general relation. Alrighty. Well, didn't expect you to be here so soon. Did your father tell you what exactly I was asking for?
Your letter said something about having me watch building for you while you were gone. He's looking around like, is this the building? 'Cause is it, you know, am I supposed to be serving people?
Turn to the rest of the group. Uh, well, that depends on what we want to do about this tax deed here.
Well, is he still? He's still standing in the doorway.
Well, he's kind of stepped in once he's verified he's at the right place, but he's pretty
Oh.
close to the entrance. Yeah.
I kind of gesture. I'm like, well, come in, sit down. Out of game, I don't think there was actually. I'm like, I don't believe we've had proper introductions. Kind of bring a hand up to my, fist up to my chest. I am Hemera Cormac. Well,
He's the tax man.
I'm Bartholomew. Call me Barty.
I am stupid. I'm sorry. I thought we were talking about the tax man coming in the sun. I swear you just like dropped it off. But
Yeah, he just dropped it off and left. He's gone.
Yeah. I'm so fucking confused. My bad.
this is your nephew.
Yeah,
Out of game.
now I'm on page. That's why I'm like, are we all gonna introduce ourselves to the tax man? Like, what?
He's the tax man.
No, you never give him your real name.
That's okay.
I'm
just
on
take
page
it.
now. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So this is my nephew Bartholomew. I had asked my brother to send him out here so he can keep an eye on the place whenever we have to go out on our journeys here. Barty, that's as you said, it's Cormac, and that over there, that's Charlotte. It's Vaughn there. and Skiffley, and Kaji is back over there.
I'm right in front.
Oh, hello. And he kind of bobs a nod at each of you as you're introduced.
Well, as I said, come in, sit down. So the question that we are, as you will be affected by whatever, as you will be affected by this, I feel you should at least have the right to some input. So, what do we want to do with the building? I'll be honest, we don't need. Given our traveling, I don't see the need for us to try and claim the whole building as our domicile, as our dwelling. But and I do like the idea of us finding a way to make coin. But what options are there? I suppose. Genevieve, Genevieve, you would be a little more familiar with such things
A
than
little bit.
uh,
I was
I.
a cook in England, so I have some idea what we need. Hard part would be finding the right people to take the control of the day to day while we're gone. People we can trust that know what they're doing.
I suppose the question is, are we going? What kind of place will we make it? Will we have? Will it be an inn, a tavern? I'll be honest. My understanding of inns is that they usually have a lot more rooms than we do.
We
Pretty
could
decent
definitely
sizable
operate
rooms
a tavern.
Well, I'm looking at the tax paper, Justin. We'll need to go pay the current taxes and then talk to the city hall officials about changing our. I'm looking through it, kind of squinting.
Give me an intelligence check.
Can you read?
Can you? It's not. Can you read? Can you read legalese?
Probably not.
Lawyers can't even.
They're like, what the hell does this say?
17.
Okay. So you spend a few moments trying to parse what you're looking at. So eventually you see that it does list, there are there's three taxable entries. One for an eatery, one for alcohol, and one for a rental space for basically for the inn part of it.
All three taxes we're looking at then.
Right. So. Well, okay, but the problem is are we going to be renting rooms out? Because between each of us, and if we include young Barty, that's 7 of the rooms, which that pretty much. I pause. I believe that's the vast majority.
Oh,
It would leave us with 3 rooms to rent, and I'll be honest, that's not enough to be worth it.
Right. So I mean that's
I
the
don't
question is do we treat it as this is our home that we have a tavern downstairs, or is this a business that we can just cram our stuff into rooms? figure out sleeping arrangements as we do. We're not here that often.
Because we need a show of hands here of what our interest is, maybe of what we obviously tavern's been brought up and it sounds pretty. I guess the word is feasible, and the idea is great, and we've talked about the cons and the pros, and then now we've talked
Well,
about obviously the other
yes.
one. Yep, and we've talked about the cons and the pros of having an inn as well. So I guess how does everyone feel?
I'm always open for a new laundering venture.
The fuck? Do you
So
say that
I
in game?
actually face Paul. Do you? Yeah. Do you say that in game?
Maybe not out loud, but I'm definitely thinking that.
He does his dealings in the
Okay, but
background.
we're trying to actually
The tail is
discuss
swishing.
this.
I'm going. Yes, I'm all for this idea.
LOL.
Or the
Right.
tavern or the inn.
Well, I personally have other arrangements and accommodations I can deal with, so I'm not necessarily too partial to either idea. But the tavern seems like the more convenient for the rest of us.
Okay. Okay. And obviously we've stressed the importance of having a place to sleep and how it would really suck to either have to pay every night or sleep on the ground somewhere in a tent or, you know, we already know kind of what's going on here. So what about John and Seth, I guess? What's your thought?
I think
Well,
we
take
should just
John,
do the
sorry.
tavern.
Right?
Being that I
Um,
don't,
Since there's
I
only
don't
3 spare
typically
rooms.
sleep. I don't really give a shit about having a bedroom.
Okay. So it
Yeah, but
sounds
it's
Okay.
still a place to store your stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta have somewhere to store your stuff.
I mean, I can have a trunk in somebody. Like if we take up, say, 2 or 3 of the bedrooms, I'm sure somebody that wouldn't mind me
Like-
just having a trunk with some
Okay,
stuff in it sitting in
so-
the bedroom.
I want to point something out for everyone that may not be obvious between the picture and our modern sensibilities.
Uh-oh.
This is an inn in a very nice neighborhood. Even though it lists some of the rooms as cheap rooms, they are big.
So okay, so kind of gives a bigger, broader idea here, kind of devil's advocate then.
Renting the rooms is where we would get the majority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not
We just
opposed.
take like
Yeah.
those 3 cheap rooms along the side there. You could easily.
What about
And-
very, very important individuals though? Like maybe somebody's,
Well, then what about the owner's room?
Yep.
I mean, like 3 of us could probably squeeze in there.
I mean, how concerned
Especially
is
someone like me who's not very big.
Oh shit! I can see the owner.
Yeah,
Yeah, it actually doesn't list it down at the bottom, and
Yeah,
so
that's why I was
technically
looking
have
at that.
11 rooms.
me and Genevieve could share a room. We're both female characters, and I would
I
not
mean,
be.
yeah, totally.
We're adventurers. It's what we do. We're out a lot. We do shit. Obviously this game's a bit different, but coming from a different mindset, we spend probably more of our time out on adventures, slaying shit, taking care of contracts. In my thought, really, I feel like we would probably get more benefit. Like, Justin mentioned we're in a nice neighborhood. It would be cool maybe to possibly rent out, and Jim made a very fair point as well. So we're obviously going to need staff. I don't know how you feel about that, Jim. Like, would you be
well, the
interested?
staff. I'll point out that most of the not to be blunt, most of the staff will probably have their own places that they live.
Bartholomew
Barty-
would be the only one that would be staying
yeah.
with the place, right?
Bartholomew has literally come here from far away. Everyone else on the staff, I imagine, would be a local.
So everyone in favor of a inn slash tavern, say aye, I guess. Or
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Say we leave it as is.
Yeah, as long as we combine people in the rooms. Yeah, I don't see just having the 3 rooms just wouldn't make any sense.
Seth literally said he does not sleep.
I mean, me and him could share a room, and I literally just have like a bedroll since I'm a monk.
Well, the rooms have beds in them. The place came furnished.
He said, "I'll just sleep on the damn floor."
I mean, yeah, I don't really sleep on beds.
What it is, we're gonna squeeze into this little bit easier. Kaji's gonna take her sleep elsewhere, and Skiffy don't sleep. It's already staff place in the house. Charlotte and I easily share them.
So how to get? So what it sounds like is that Charlotte and Genevieve are going to share a room. Skiffley and Vaughn are going to share a room.
Would you like to get to know my nephew?
I paused, look at you kind of oddly.
It helps you. Doesn't it?
I,
Of all the people he
no,
could be doing with.
no, he. So no, you. There's actually. Well, I look I look kind of conflict. I'm like, I am. I prefer to be allowed to have my own room. I must confess, but kind of, hands up, like, all right.
Interesting. So is
So-
that a confirmed yes, you're okay with it then, Cormac?
You know, we're talking about all this, and we still haven't even checked in.
He's not there right
No, that's part of the problem is we did, and he's not here.
now. Wouldn't be. Are you sure? Always accurate.
Okay, Josh, you are like really faint.
Yes, agreed. I'm also in concurrence with Jim. You are faint.
I don't know what to do about that.
Are you on speaker of some sort or Bluetooth?
There's always.
Huh.
It's not. Yeah, your connection is definitely not as good as normal.
No, so, and I'm like, and we still have Tamir's stuff.
Well, we could sell that. Unless anyone has any emotional attachment to the adventurer that none of us remember.
Fuck.
I was thinking I was thinking, actually, I'm trying to remember, did I already send the letter, Justin? Because I know I talked to you
don't
about sending a
believe
letter
so.
to the man's brother. Okay, so I'm like, I feel that at the very,
You're going to send a letter to someone who doesn't remember he existed.
Yes.
I feel like that's a bad idea, but
Why? What's the guy gonna do?
What's the hurt, I guess, is the real question, right?
You're like, that's a bad idea, and I'm going, how? I'm genuinely curious. How do you think that's a bad idea?
that's going to bring up a lot of questions that are not easy answers.
The man got killed by a beast that removes people from memory.
Yes.
Magic.
Yes.
There.
Valid point, Jim. Nope, point in not inquiring.
I feel like you're making it a lot more complicated than it. Trying to make it more complicated than it really is. I'm like, here's what happened. Apparently, your brother was our coworker. We're sending you his free coin as that was apparently what he was doing, and so we're kind of.
All right. Well,
Here's the thing: just the free coin. I'm willing to say, fine, we will split his effects unless there's something that is clearly his a family heirloom or something. But other than that, I kind of shrug. I mean, I believe we were, because as I recall, I'd read the letters, and it was apparent that he was sending money back home.
no. if that's what we're gonna do.
But on the other hand, you ever heard of the term "let sleeping dogs lie"? I mean,
Kind of what I was getting at.
All right.
Interesting. Let sleeping dogs lie. Is that with your? Would you say that's like not? That's not an evil in nature. Would you say that? I guess chaotic. I guess per se.
Kind of raising an eyebrow at the phrase
Look, I
at you.
get
The dog man is looking at you, kind of raising an eyebrow.
What you mean by that?
Yeah, basically.
I
Interesting.
think I understand where Kaji's coming from on that. However, Kaji, how much of this conversation is just you wanting to hold on to that coin?
Look,
Yes.
just because I'm the thief and a rogue doesn't necessarily mean that all I think about is coin and profit.
That wasn't actually a no.
Oh, there we go. Okay, everyone.
Correct. I
Everyone
did not say no. However, it is hurtful that that was the first conclusion you jumped to.
At least we know it's a yes.
All right. So, anyways, I think we're getting distracted now. It
A little
We
bit.
are a little bit, but we need.
sounds like we're going to cram our stuff into as little rooms as possible, and we'll just.
No, I'm at you. Like you see me twitch at that. Okay, I like it. Look like I look uncomfortable. I'm like, I very much appreciate having a space where I don't have to smell someone else.
I mean,
At a game, I actually can smell you guys.
Is
I
that
have.
because
Fair.
you can have your own room. You're saying no to being period.
I'm fine with the. If I'm allowed to have my own room, I'm fine.
Yeah, we can.
That's your
Okay.
Yeah, it's your point. Okay, we got it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it then.
Yes. That point.
At a game,
Yeah.
so, at a game,
Are
it
you
doesn't.
okay with it being the smallest room that we so we can make sure our good stuff's available for the customers?
What the at a game, the cheap room?
Yeah, right.
So
quote
like
unquote cheap room.
leave one available, like better room, I guess per se, for a customer.
Well, if we're out of game, I guess the question
I mean,
is.
everybody else
So,
is doubling up, so but that's
No,
the smallest room. It's all yours.
that's fair. Okay, so So I guess the question at this point is Bart is as Barty is the one who's going to be staying here constantly. I suppose he gets the owner's room then.
He kind of shakes himself and looks around like, wait, what?
If you are
like to
going
own
to
it
be
in.
staying here as the, for
Caretaker.
lack of a better word, manager, you're going to be getting the big room.
Oh,
He's kind of going.
That's a lot for a kid.
yeah.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Well, I'm willing to give him the chance to prove that he that he can handle it.
Well, it's as you said, it's a lot of responsibility. He doesn't have to make the decision right now. We still have to interview people to try to bring on individuals. So since we don't really have anything on the agenda today, how about
I can go and try and find us a bartender if we're downstairs.
well, yeah, I mean, generally, yeah, we'll hit the town and see what we can drum up for interest. Spread the word that we're looking to hire and stuff.
like a job board of
I
some
can
sort?
fill our entire staff. I'm sure.
I totally, if Cormac and I agree that they're the right thing.
Yes, they're going to have to pass an interview.
You
I'm
absolutely
sure.
By the
recommend
way,
anybody.
Of course.
And in the meanwhile, Charlotte, would you mind just kind of showing Barty around since he's brand new to town? Let him know what's some of the interesting
well,
outside.
before we
Yeah, hold on a second. Go ahead.
before we break, we still need to all pony up a share of the coin to pay off the current taxes.
Yep.
Everybody,
How much are we all needing to pay up? Because I
each of
remember,
us needs to chip in 200 gold.
okie dokie, it's worth it, especially if we're doing a business venture eventually.
Barty is staring at us.
Yes, hit. No, so as you all start pulling out coin and piling it on the table, Barty's eyes look like they're about to fall out of his head.
It's more money than this kid's ever seen in his life.
It's more
Yeah,
money than he's
I've
ever
pulled out-
dreamed of.
I give
I've pulled out-
work and let my eyebrows dance.
I actually pull out a spare pouch or bag or whatever. I will go deal with the taxes and confirm that there shouldn't be any issues with us claiming it also as a place of residence.
Okay.
While out of game, I am aware there might be problems from it, but it's despite what Kaji would like to say, would probably like to try and argue, we're not going to be able to hide the fact that we literally live here. So
You need to get out of my head.
well, then stop being an open book.
I don't get you. You want me to be honest, and then you don't want me to be honest.
My point is, stop complaining when your actions lead to people judging you based on them. Not all. I'll own that some of the stuff is a little unfair, but you've done some stuff that kind of earned one.
You don't even know what I've done.
Are we gaslighting ourselves again here?
You are.
No. I know that you have a place that you like to go to that you are absolutely like. No, don't follow me. Like, we're rather insistent about. I know that you also have a habit of that you've also been regularly like, hey, we can get coin from this, right?
That's just me being pragmatic, and practical.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. Out the game, I'll tell you right now, Cormac doesn't have an issue with it outright. It's just he notes it and keeps it in mind.
Genevieve.
You're still one of his companions at a game.
Genevieve. Barty leans over and whispers in probably not quite as quiet a voice as he thinks. But he asks, "Is she a stalking cat?" Which is slang for a prostitute.
See, here's the problem.
That is
first off, I guess the
racist.
Okay, hold on.
Specifically, yes,
Okay,
for a
That is racist.
Renee prostitute.
Okay.
Be like asking
So
if you were a
first-
cougar.
So a 20 perception, so I definitely picked up on it, just making sure. And now the question is, do I know what he means by that?
The world knows what he means by that. It is-
Well,
someone who
he's speaking in Polish, I believe.
Oh, I don't even know.
The
I don't even
local.
know
He's speaking
Polish.
the local language.
Yeah, then nope, I don't even know what he's saying.
Yeah, he didn't ask it in common.
You said
trade.
polip or
Uh,
pin pole?
Pen pole. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I
My
didn't.
head whips around when he says that.
So give me a perception to make sure you heard it first.
This is gonna be. Oh.
You're going somewhere you don't want them to follow. You're super worried about coin.
21.
He doesn't know you enough to know otherwise. But yes, you did hear it.
I whip around. I go, "What did you just say in pin pole?"
Just wondering where you're going. Sorry. Didn't.
Is that still in pin pole or is that in trade?
I would still be in pen pole, but you can very much get the teenage boy who realizes he crossed the line and isn't really sure how to push this. It doesn't want to push it, but doesn't know how to back down properly. So he's trying to justify himself.
No, I actually just kind of pause and I just rub at my eyebrows. I'm like, if one of you would be willing to start teaching me that tongue, I would appreciate it.
I was like, he just called me a prostitute in common.
He didn't call you a prostitute. He asked if you were a prostitute. There's a difference.
No, here's the problem. Do you speak? Was that in game, Seth? Do you
No,
speak
no, that's out of game.
Okay,
I do not.
So no, so all I know is what she just said. So I kind of just turn.
And I have a big smile on my face, and I just say, "Yes, Barty, yes, she is."
Is that in trade or pin pole?
That is a trick.
Oh, I guess that's why she has a place to sleep somewhere else then. He just kind of sinks back into the chair, like very sorry he asked, but also kind of interested.
That's right. He wants some
I
of
don't
that.
appreciate that, Genevieve.
I also remind you of the Renee
Rep.
for being somewhat loose with their affections.
All I've ever done is try to help everyone. And this is the thanks I get.
Apparently, Jesus.
I'm not quite sure what I actually did to deserve this.
Just kind of turning and looking at you like, all right.
I mean, it's not it's an honorable profession.
I'm not a
Barty?
prostitute. Damn it.
Barty. I'm just looking at him. Just let it go. All right.
Now
And
he just looks confused.
I do actually kind of give you a look, Genevieve, like a really kind of raised eyebrow.
I thought we were cool.
It was just a little jerk.
Yeah, but he doesn't know any better. What are you doing?
He's learning the hard way. He's gonna learn.
Oh, he's gonna learn the hard way.
He's gonna learn a lot of things.
Now he's getting. Now
So
his face is flushing because
he
realizes you pulled a
realizes-
prank on him.
And on your coworker.
Yeah.
All right. Well, now that fun's over, sounds like we got some work to do.
Indeed. All right, Genevieve, if you would I suppose check out the kitchen, see the state of things. What if there's any repairs that we might need to do? I know that they've refurbished the general building, but I don't know if
Kaji, check out the locks.
I can definitely do that.
yes, make sure the locks are sufficient quality. I pause. We were given a key ring, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we'll need to go through and make sure that each room, that the keys to our personal rooms are removed, and so on and so forth. I will go take care of the taxes.
All right, so everyone removes 200 gold from their inventory for taxes. Jim, you collect it all and you head down to City Hall now, or are you going to do it tomorrow?
Uh, unless it's particularly late in the day, I'm heading tomorrow.
Huh?
Today.
All right, so yeah, you head down there. Tell the clerk what you want. Give me a diplomacy and a wisdom.
Diplomacy. I have that.
Or, I'm sorry, not a straight wisdom, a sense motive.
And I have that. All right. Diplomacy. That would be a 19.
Okay.
And sense motive. Ooh, 25.
Okay. Very nice. How long have you been in Lasu?
Before all this started, I think I'd probably been in maybe a month.
Okay. So it takes you a little while to realize what's going on. Because you're just there to try and pay your taxes and be done. But you feel like you're getting the runaround. And then you realize what's happening is the famous basically you're finding out that a lot of the stories about Lasu that you've heard are true.
He wants a bribe.
Basically, he wants a bribe to do his job. And all his job is to show you where to go.
Oh man.
Wow.
It's okay.
Hell
That's
Should have taken
reportable.
a local. John, you came in really soft.
Oh, sorry. He wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for us. So
He doesn't know who Cormag is.
Yeah.
All he knows is there's a guy here to pay some taxes.
I should have gone with him.
Interesting. Interesting.
Hold on, I need to do.
Correct.
All right, I do not grab him by the collar and start snarling in his face.
Okay. So how
a
do
typical
you want
DMV
to handle it?
experience. I love it.
God damn it, brain. I'm like, well, I'm like, well, I mean, I suppose if it's such a problem, I'll just talk to. Oh God damn it, brain. I suppose one of Lord Narshim's people will be willing to help me with getting this all filed properly. I'll just go check with them. I'm sure they'll be able to point me in the right direction. Out of game, I just name dropped the guy who is basically one of the biggest names in town.
Yes.
I'm hoping out of game diplomacy, basically the whole I will go get someone else and see how
Okay.
much trouble I can
Give
get
me
you
a
into is what I'm
sense
trying to
motive
imply through
first.
diplomacy.
Yeah, roll your diplomacy,
That
but
was
then
what
give
I
me
meant
another
to
sense
imply.
motive.
Because diplomacy was a 15.
Okay.
Like where you're heading, that but yes, more reason to doubt that you even know who the hell she is. Have a contact with them.
Yeah. That's only actually no, that's a 17 for the sense motive. I'm doing pretty good today.
Okay. So you have a feeling the bribe that he wants just went up. The way he perked up when you name dropped him. Because you know a
He
really
knows you
rich
have
guy.
money. Yeah, so it sounds like you need to
Oh
use a
boy,
different.
good job.
You need to resort to other tactics. It sounds like.
Yep.
The bribe is you don't have to bleed.
He's trying to leverage on you that you have more money, so he's trying to.
Out of game. What was my impression of the guard captain? I dealt with him, right?
In which way? What type of?
Well, fuck. It wasn't really in this kind of. It wasn't really a situation that would have been good for this.
Yeah.
No.
How big of an offense is corruption? I guess by like a government official.
It's Lasso.
It's
In
Lasso.
Lasso?
It's
Yeah.
not.
It's expected.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So
That's
it's
what I
about.
say. Should have taken the local thief with you.
Yeah, it sounds like about.
Oh
who you
no,
know
no,
versus-
no. I'm gonna do something that Genevieve might not approve of later, but you know what? That's gonna be for her to never find out about.
That's exactly yes.
That's
Yes.
exactly how I
Justin,
operate.
Mm.
Justin. So I'm like, so you know what? I'm trying to work out how much is he actually expecting to get out of this, like sense motive, because
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Sense motive or appraise. I'll give you either one.
it has to be sense motive. I have no appraise.
Okay. Fair enough.
12.
Okay. So you get the feeling he was originally only expecting a handful of coin, like a couple gold maybe. Now he's probably expecting like 10 or 20 because,
No.
you know a really rich guy.
He gets. Yep. He gets 10 gold.
Okay.
Kaji, are you back at the Kaji? Are you at the Elf Song Harp when I get back?
Yeah, you guys wanted me to check out the locks, so I'm making sure they're sufficient
Well, you and I will
quality.
need to go over to the
Hey.
lobby to talk later.
I was going to say, hang on, Jim, you're not done.
Okay.
Actually, so dealing with him, he makes sure you get to where you're going. And then this clerk, after a little bit of discussion, you realize he's expecting a bribe to file it.
You need to get intimidation or something or bluff. You need to one up them. Let them know you need to know where to stop.
Oh
Okay.
man.
Yeah, he gets. Basically, I'm operating on the assumption that since he doesn't know I'm here with the Narshim Association, he's getting 3 gold.
Okay. Yeah, he takes it, pockets it. And here's the thing. It's a very smooth motion. Obviously he's done it hundreds of times. takes your paperwork, files it, gives you a copy.
All right.
And stamps, does all the appropriate stuff, makes a copy note in his things, and wishes you a pleasant day. Literally, other than the addition of needing to pay a bribe to get it done, it's just like doing paperwork pretty much anywhere else. He seems bored.
Kaji gonna follow him home later. Just find out where he lives. So
Would
we
I do that? Yes. Yes,
fucking
I
hell.
would.
What you don't know didn't happen.
Basically.
Show up at his doorstep.
No, I'm not being that blatant.
Maybe he finds out that he shouldn't be so greedy. Who knows?
Kaji's gonna make sure he learns a lesson.
Possibly. Could happen.
Anyway,
All right, so that's me for the moment. So Genevieve, you're taking Barty out on the town to show him around, you and or Charlotte. I guess the question is, Vaughn, Skiffley, are you two doing anything right now, or are you just gonna relax? You gonna go out elsewhere, see what you can see?
I'm hanging out with Kaji while he checks out the locks.
I don't know. I was interested in just going out on the town with Genevieve, just because I wanted to just look around. So
Okay.
as long as Genevieve is okay with that.
I like how everyone refers to Genevieve. Mom, can I?
Supposed to be, yes.
Could you please put sugar on top?
I think the part that was interesting is that they said that Genevieve and Cormac were doing the interviews specifically when Genevieve stated that. However, we all appear to have a stake in this operation.
Uh-huh.
That was interesting comment coming from Genevieve. Very swindling of you.
It's like, yeah, I can go find us a bartender.
But I don't
How
know.
much
See, the thing is,
experience do you have running a tap room?
I don't know. I don't say anything because I don't know any better technically. So, but I know that was very swindly. I was like, oh wow. So you, I guess, have precedence over all of us apparently.
Someone's got to wrangle all these cats.
Yeah, who's gonna count the money, right?
Glad it's not me this game.
Shit, and boy, it was not gonna be me either.
So you send
Alrighty.
Barty and Charlotte out to wander?
Well, I asked if she wanted to, because
I humbly agree. That's my alarm. It's my personality. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Like I'm definitely not unopposed. I'm on really good terms with you. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't.
Well, I'm going with Scarlet and Barty.
And then, yeah,
Oh,
it's
oh god, oh god. And I'm like, okay, like I'm on good terms with my drow. You're a drow, right? Or what are
Yeah.
you?
yeah.
Yeah,
Hey, I'm a
I'm on good terms with the drow. You know, we're like, yeah, hell yeah, let's. I don't say hell yeah, but I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm
You'll
very
notice.
like,
Drow is our word.
very
Skiffle.
PG in talking.
Actually, I can use your help here.
Well, I want to go spend money. What do you need my help with?
We'll spend money. You can come with me later. We're gonna have to go find some people to interview, anyways. But I need some help moving some things around, get this place ready.
All right, fine. I won't be around your nephew.
So I guess I'll go with Barty to take him around to the fun areas of Lasso.
He is very, very interested in every word you say.
Yeah, and I'm like very jovial and happy and like very excited to show him. I'm like, my name is, Charlotte, and I don't go into like any detail because I'm AKA no trauma bonding type crap. So it's just like, yeah, let's go and have a good time and go find stuff to look at.
Okay. He
Hopefully,
Are you Charlotte?
do you need me to roll on make sure it wasn't anything traumatizing we encounter along the way?
no. What'd you say, Skiffley?
I asked how old Charlotte is.
Let me check the age I have for. She's 22.
What?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was that old.
I thought she was eight.
Yeah, I thought she was like late teens.
Close. 22 though. Age well.
And how old is Barty?
Yeah, how old is Barty actually?
Barty's 16.
Okay, Barty.
Barty's a horny teenage boy.
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh God. Oh God.
You are a
Meanwhile,
very
Makes a
Skiffley's,
lot more sense, doesn't it?
meanwhile, we're back at the tavern, and Skiffley's like, "All right, what do you want me to move?" I was like, "Oh, I don't. I just didn't want you to go with.
Yeah, I caught on to that.
You're going to be in the third wheel, and that ain't good for a bit."
All right, so I get back.
Yeah, Charlotte, as you go out and show him around, he's attempting to impress you with his experience in life. Um,
What does he tell me about his experience in life?
oh, he's worked at a tavern. Just a little on the side to earn some extra coin. So
Very
he'll be able to help you guys out a lot, and he's pretty strong from helping out on the farm.
very cool. Very cool.
Uh,
Very impressive.
you know, like it's nothing particularly impressive. You've had way more experience in the world than he has. He's only ever visited large cities in order to sell produce. Uh, like so, it's very much the fumbling teenage boy trying to impress a, attractive
Very
woman.
pretty girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm kind of like, yeah, and I've had my fair share of. I would argue that Charlotte's had her fair share of men, especially in her previous where she lived previously. It wasn't uncommon, and I was told about the dangers of men, and how to protect myself, and just how to be,
Well,
protect myself as
you
necessary.
haven't been without suitors.
Exactly, and so I'm kind of like, okay, that's really cool. So I'm like, I'm not like
Are
necessarily. I'm kind of
are you playing him
acknowledging.
up?
I see what you're doing here. I
Break
see
this
what you're doing here.
apart.
No, I'm like, no, I'm kind of like, what would Charlotte do? She's like, okay, that's great, and then I just kind of keep walking. It's like jovial, but I just kind of keep walking.
Okay. All right. Meanwhile, Kaji, give me some disable device checks.
Oh
Give me
boy.
make it 4.
Let me see here. Where's my mouse cursor? There it is. Do.
MISSIG.
Disable device. Oh boy. 29.
Okay.
That one's only 20.
And none of the locks in the whole building work. So,
These locks are all shit. Oh, that one's only 18.
Okay.
31.
All right.
And you said 4. So that's it.
Yep. So the exterior locks, of which there are 3, are decent. They're not particularly
Right.
strong. They wouldn't take you a full minute to get through. Okay. Um, the interior, there aren't locks on the common room, on the cheap rooms. Um, the standard rooms have a basic lock. Um, you could probably get through it in 2 shakes of your tail. The owner's room and the expensive room, however, have very good locks and would probably take you some dedicated effort unless you got real lucky.
All right. Well,
Which you
mean,
did, so you got
that's kind
through
of
them.
what I
But
expected.
yeah,
So, I mean, if we want,
you flanged out.
definitely on the front door. I said if we wanted to invest on improving the cheap locks, we definitely could, and we probably should on the exterior.
Okay. Okay. Does anybody do anything else before Cormag returns?
Was anyone around with me? Did anyone else stay
Vaughn was
behind?
there with you.
Oh, Vaughn.
Specifically said he was going to watch while you were doing that.
Oh, well, if he's actually legitimately interested, I'll explain what I'm doing while I'm going through it.
What was that, Big John?
Yeah, I was just keeping him company, so you know.
Yeah. And then Skiffley and Genevieve are just sitting down in the dining area? Or did you just hold him
Yeah, I
back
guess.
until they were gone and then he goes out on his own?
Well, how long is 4 minute break?
How long is
Oh, if he
Cormac?
went to the.
Yeah.
Oh man, DMV lines, man.
Yeah, he's gone for a good candle mark and a half. Easy. Candle mark being roughly equivalent to an hour.
I guess it depends when Kaji gets done. Because I'm serious, like, yeah, whoever Kaji wants to recommend, we'll go see him, I guess.
I didn't hear a word he said.
So that depended on
Fuck!
when you got done and what you recommend for the locks.
Oh, well, I mean, checking the strength of locks wouldn't take very long.
Is it more of just like checking to make sure they're just functioning locks per se?
Mostly check their complexity, see how easily I could pick them.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you're checking every single lock, not just one per like type, and there's 10 different locks.
Right.
So
I mean, it wouldn't take me a full hour and a half, though. I don't think.
no, but I think it'd take you at least 45 minutes to give them a proper.
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
A good functions check.
Yep.
45 to an hour, somewhere in there, depending on how much time you spend on each one. But yeah, you're done before he gets back. So,
Yeah.
do you go out shopping for new locks? What do you?
Well, I mean, I'll run it by the rest of the group and see if they want what they want to do with it, because it would be a investment kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's not just me going out and buying the new locks, although I probably absolutely could. I mean, I'll bring it up to Skiffley since he's here. Like, hey, we probably should improve these. What do you think?
I mean, nice part of town, a really nice, thing. And I mean, I don't know. Your guys' choice. I don't really care. I mean, if they're gonna pay cheap for room, then they're gonna get a cheap lock, if any. And if they're gonna pay good, then they're gonna get a good lock.
Well, I mean,
And I
that's
think,
kind of the thing. We're not in a cheap part of town, so
yeah, I know, but I'm
Well, we're living in the cheap rooms, right? And they don't have any locks on them, period.
Correct.
We need locks for our rooms.
right. I was gonna go ahead and invest in that, but we probably should at least improve the exterior locks at the very minimum.
He said they were good on the exterior.
They were good, but they're not super high quality.
They were decent.
Yeah.
And on top of that, how often are the exterior locks going to be locked if it's an inn? We're not going to lock people inside, are we?
No.
Traditionally, I was going to say, traditionally the locks would turn on later on.
Yeah. After we close down the tavern portion.
Well, like I said, it's your guys' choice. I don't really give a shit. I'm just not spending an arm and a leg on fucking locks.
How expensive do you think locks are?
They're expensive. Trust me. I just had to commission a chest.
Because they are good locks are very complex. And this isn't out of game. This isn't the 21st century.
Gold, it's 150 gold for a superior lock.
For a superior lock.
Which is, I'm guessing, what's going to be on the owner's room, and the expensive room is a superior lock.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to do that for every room, how many rooms are there?
Oh, no. That's not what I was suggesting. No.
You know what? Realistically, you want to know what I say? The only rooms that need to be locked are ours. I mean, your guys's, because realistically, I don't have very much belongings, and I have a bag of holding. So, but we could do bar locks on the cheap rooms, literally like a fucking wooden bar, and that would be dirt cheap. Well, then that's fine. I mean, realistically, if somebody's in there,
Skiffley,
you know what I mean? Like,
or Seth, you're forgetting.
Yes.
The cheap rooms that have the bar locks aren't ones you're renting out. They're where the other players are going to be keeping their stuff while they're gone for months at a time.
Oh, well then they can.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna put the recommendation out there.
But it's up to you to buy your own lock.
Yeah.
That's what I was about to say. Is if you want a better lock, get a better lock.
Yeah. However, my recommendation for the building as a whole is that we improve the exterior locks.
Oh.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
That's contagious as hell.
I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning because I forgot to turn off my work alarm, and it woke Phoebe up, and she was like, "All right, time to get up, guys." And I was like, "No,
Daddy, it's time to be awake." No, it's not.
That's what I told her, and then she pulled the fuck out of my hair, and I was like, "Okay, fine, I guess it is." So.
Oh, I love it.
Anyways, but yeah, I'm fine with the, if you want to lock, get a lock thought process. And how many exterior doors are there?
3.
3. So that's 450 gold if we do superior locks on the exterior doors. Divided among 6 people is like 75 gold a person. So, and if my thing is that we if we're running this as a business model, we're running it as a tavern and all that. We have to take into consideration the food and the ale and
Mm-hmm.
everything like that. So
Right. There's always a startup cost.
Always overhead. Always overhead.
but
But it's not our main source of income. Our main source of income, remember, is adventuring.
yeah. Well, how about this? I'll agree to the exterior locks as long as everybody just buys their own lock for their room.
I think
You and
that's
I-
completely fair.
Let's go get the locks to put them on it for tonight, and then we can pay back. I'll buy the locks up front.
I'll split halvesies with you on it.
Works for me. 225 from each of us. Let's go into town and see if we can find these locks.
Is our tavern going to be 24 hours, or is it going to be like till 2 a.m. in the morning? How does that work? Is there like an ordinance in place that we can't run so late?
Something somebody probably ought to look into, huh?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, we don't want to get in
Question.
trouble with the law with that. That would not be good.
If we can run it 24 hours, if I'm using Keep Watch, would I be able to tend to
No.
people as long as I know? Okay. Is there anything that would make it where I don't require sleep? That isn't Keep Watch, where I could actually like do things without requiring sleep?
Temporarily.
Well, it's just there is no at a game. There is nothing you can do that will allow you to avoid sleep at all.
Well, rephrase. Keep watch obviously means you don't need to sleep, but it does require you to relax.
Right.
Gotcha.
The only other option that comes to mind is a ring of sustenance.
Yes. Which, even then, I think you still need to sleep. It just cuts it down to 2 hours.
Yeah.
How much is a ring of sustenance?
Like 2,000 gold, I think.
I'm thinking if we want to run it 24 hours, if we're okay to run it for 24 hours, I could buy myself a ring of sustenance, and because that's good for any time, anyways, not just for this. And then if I sleep, early in the night when everybody's still awake, you know what I mean, and then I come out and I run it through the night, because I mean it's not like it's going to be crazy booming popular in the middle of the night. Like we're not going to have a party of 40 people come in at 4 in the morning. You know what I mean?
We have a
So
seating amount. We have a seating amount too, so we'll probably get in trouble if we had too many people. So we would obviously need to enforce that too, of course. And if we want to play music or not, things like that. Or have musicians come in or you say.
So would that allow me to do my keep watch and relax for 2 hours and consider myself rested, and then be able to just keep going with the ring of sustenance?
I don't know.
Because if keep watch is relaxation, if I'm just sitting there, reading or something like that, and just keeping watch, making sure nothing crazy happens, counts as my resting for the night, and I come out fully rested. And ring of sustenance requires me to only have 2 hours to complete a full rest. I feel like wouldn't that work, that I would only have to do my keep watch resting for 2 hours instead of the 8? Ugh.
Mm,
Sorry, making you look up ruling on
yeah.
things.
this game.
So
won't
I'm
come
not
at
finding an
your
official
weight.
ruling, so it would be something that no one could tell you. You would have to try it and find out.
Okay.
The GM call.
Now does Ring of Sustenance also mean I don't have to eat? What else does it do for me other than the sleep thing?
Refreshes
drink,
body and
right?
mind. You don't require 2 hours of sleep per day to gain benefit of 8 hours. 8 hours. You can prepare spells only after only 2
No, you're
hours.
cutting
Just
out.
huh.
Oh, that's really good too. Preparing spells with only in my only 2 hours.
Yeah. So I realize that it's supposed to provide food, but the description it gives here doesn't actually say that you doesn't require food.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't fourth wall, so what is your ruling on it?
No, it provides food and water. So
Okay. All right, so yeah, that's another thing I'll be looking for in town
Okay.
when we go to buy these locks, because I have, even without the 3,500 we're gonna get later on, I have plenty for it.
Yeah, I'll go with you and grab the locks for our bedroom.
Oh, are you
And
fun? Have you been here?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been here the whole time.
Oh, I forgot you were here. You were so quiet.
yeah, I was
He
just
is-
watching him work.
He is
Yeah.
ninja.
Ninja
Cut.
Jesus.
Ninja Jesus.
Archer Jesus. Ninjas come from a thon. So in that case, I guess
I am
Skiffley
from
is.
a thon.
I thought you were from Lasue.
Nope. Says I'm from a thon.
Oh, you and Cormag. All
So
right.
he is, in fact, Ninja Jesus.
No, because he's a monk, not a ninja. If he wanted to be a ninja Jesus, he should have played a ninja.
Monks are
Also,
just pretentious ninjas.
I'm still looking for a
Actually, ninja is a pretentious rogue.
quiver.
Is what you're looking for, as I recall.
Yeah, efficient quiver.
Okay. All right. So people are going out shopping. You want to look for locks. Are you planning to install them, or are you paying somebody to install them?
I'll pay somebody to install them so nobody fucks it up.
Okay.
It's just because, oh, damn it. What's your damn name, cat?
Kaji?
Kaji, that's right. Just because Kaji knows how to pick them doesn't mean he knows how to install them.
I mean, that is fair.
That is 100% fair and correct.
Okay.
So yes, we will pay somebody to come out and install them.
So yeah, so it'll cost you 450 gold. To purchase the locks, it'll cost you another 50 gold to pay to have them installed. If he can take the old locks, basically,
He can keep the old box, that's fine.
yeah, he can refurbish them and resell them. So, as long as you have the keys.
Not worried about that.
Yep.
Hey, we do.
Excellent.
All right, so that's
And
What
he
about
will be over to work on that tomorrow, first light.
all right. Are we paying him now or paying him when they're installed?
He wants a small deposit just to show up, but it's like a 20 gold deposit.
That's
Okay,
not
I'm just gonna get rid of the 250 just to get it out of my inventory.
Yep. I think that's fair.
All right,
Okay.
now off to go find Vaughn, and I need to go talk to the magic store.
Okay. You go to a curiosity shop. Are you going to the enchanter? Like,
I would say curiosity shop first, and if we can't find what we're looking for, we'll have to go to the enchanter to have it custom made.
okay.
Hey. Well, I mean, if you can't find what you're looking for, there's always another option.
And what is that?
You're in Lasue. There's an underground market.
This is very true, but it costs a whole lot more down there
It does.
because it's illegal.
So that was
Not illegal. There's nothing illegal about a market.
There's something illegal about a black market where the goods have been acquired illegally.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
You'd have to approve it first.
All right. So, what are you looking for first?
Oh, I'm looking for the ring of sustenance, and also how much would it cost to upgrade my bag of holding? Because right now it's just a level 1 bag, like the smallest size, and I'd like to make it bigger.
Well, to pay to have it upgraded, you'd have to go to Nezpuff.
The enchanter.
Right. To just buy a bigger one, you would. So the next size up costs 5,000. So you would have to pay 5,000, then you could sell the current one for half its value.
5,000. Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay, you cut out all the way. But I'd have to pay 5,000, but I could sell the level 1 if I wanted to like make up some of the money for it.
Yeah, so you'd get about 1250 back for that.
Okay, so we'll call that 3750 for an upgraded bag of holding. What does level 1 hold and what does level 2 hold? What's the
So a level 1 holds 250 pounds or 30 cubic feet, and a level 2 holds 500 pounds or 70 cubic feet.
Okay, so 20 more cubic feet and a whole lot more weight, like over double the weight.
40 more cubic feet.
And double.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving.
All right. So first the ring. Okay. Gentleman's like, yes, I have one. Yes. It's been in my shop for some time. Quite cheap. I will let it go for 2,200, yes? Yes? No?
So you said 2,200 for the ring?
Yes.
How about you come down about 200? I'll give you 2,000 gold right now.
Roll diplomacy.
Shit, I forgot. I do not have my. Oh wait, yeah, I do. There's my dice. I was like, where are my dice?
I mean, I could roll it for you on the sheet, but
No,
sometimes
no. Then
it
he's gonna come back with an
works.
offer of 2,800. He's gonna be like, how dare you try to
It
undersell
works
me?
every time, Justin. It's just not always a great result.
Yeah. No, sometimes people roll 1DF.
All right, that's 16.
If those
plus
people are Kashi.
diplomacy. All right, 24.
Okay. You take the food from my children's mouth, but yes, I will make this deal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I take the food from your children's mouth. Whatever.
2,000
Here's your
gold.
2,000 gold.
He's not even
The
trying
game.
to sell it. He's just going through the motion.
Literally to the most generic things a merchant can possibly say.
All right. What else are you looking
All right.
for?
I got my ring of sustenance. And then I'm looking for a level 2 bag of holding,
Okay.
I believe. Hold on. Let me make sure.
That
So
you
I
still
have
have enough?
3528. 3528 minus. And I need 3750. So no, I don't quite have enough.
Okay.
Do I have anything I could sell him? Hold on. Probably not.
I'm also looking through his shop. Do I see a quiver?
Well, I'll try to talk him down to 35, and if it doesn't work, I don't have enough money. Does that work?
Okay. Yeah, well, let me go with Vaughn here real quick.
Yeah, you're good.
So Vaughn, you find 2 quivers. One is dyed, the leather is dyed green. The other one it's dyed red.
Okay.
And has some some faint etching into the leather itself.
Is there a price difference, like, between the two?
The hang on. There is, but I'm trying to look these up real quick. I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you now. There aren't prices listed for any of this stuff. There's not like tags on the shelf to tell you how much it is. So, you know that an efficient quiver should cost you a little less than 2,000.
Okay. Is it a male or female
It's a male
vendor?
selling. Yep.
Hey sir, what would you take to get rid of these?
You wish both?
Either. I want one or the other.
Oh. Well, you know. You can certainly carry more than one quiver.
It's very true, but right now I just need one.
Eh. Well, it depends on your purposes, of course. The green one, I can let go for 21. The red one, however, I'll need 3,000.
Oh,
Why?
why the big difference?
Well, they are 2 different things. The green one is the efficient quiver. It holds more than you think, yes? Like a bag of holding. Very popular. The red one, he taps on the display. You see here, the carvings. Give me a perception check. Actually, once he's specifically pointing out, just give me a knowledge religion check.
That's a 17.
Okay. You didn't see it at first, but now that he's specifically pointing at the one carving, it is a winking eye surrounded by flame. That is a symbol for Mevelin, the goddess of mischief, trickery, and lust.
Definitely don't want that one.
Are you sure? It's very popular in some circles. Quiver of Eros.
Not for me.
Huh? Your loss, my friend.
And you want 21 for this? That's a little steep.
And what would you offer for it, then? Your friend is already robbing me of house and home.
Wow.
I give you 18.5.
Roll diplomacy.
Oh, wow. A 16.
Okay. The people in this land. They will leave me destitute. An overly put upon sigh. Very well, I accept. 18.5.
Pleasure doing business.
Well, I'm glad somebody enjoyed it.
I come walking back up to the counter with the next bag of holding.
Now,
I say,
so he does not have a Type 2.
oh, he doesn't? Oh,
He
I
does
thought
not.
you were saying he did. Okay.
Nope.
Damn.
He has 1, 3, and 4 available. He does not currently have any Type 2s.
Just out of curiosity, Seth, do you actually one?
Say that again, Josh?
I was just asking if Seth actually needed one because 250 pounds is a lot for one person to have to carry.
Well, I mean, I don't know. My brain says that bigger is better.
This Luke Goblin brain.
Oh, and I can carry all of our shit. Like, what? We can't take a fucking horse and wagon into a dungeon. And what if we find a lot of stuff that we need to carry out? Just shove it in the bag of holding.
I already have a handy haversack.
Yeah, but a handy haversack only holds what's in what the bag can hold. Just makes it weigh less. It doesn't. Your bag does not carry 70 cubic feet of material.
Now,
It actually can hold 80 pounds of equipment.
Yeah, I was going to say the
handy haversack's like
a handy haversack is a minor bag of holding.
Yeah.
The rugged rucksack is the one that just makes it way less.
Mm.
I got the shit about it.
But, well, that's baloney. Probably cheaper just to get mine enchanted higher, anyways. What would it cost to get it enchanted higher? The next level
minimum would be 2,500
instead of $3,750, so that'll save me $1,250 or gold.
But it also takes time.
How much time?
3 days minimum, assuming he doesn't have any other work.
Well, what time is it now?
I think it was late morning when Barty showed up, so it's probably mid-afternoon by now.
All right. Well, I'm heading over
my
to
cat
the Wackadoos abode. Anybody coming with me?
Yeah, I'll go.
Vaughn?
Yeah, why not? Just I'll go where they go till we get back to the inn.
Okay. So
Nothing else going on.
you head to Nezpuff's.
Crazy old bat.
Looks mostly the same. Some things seem to have been rearranged at some point since you were last here. There is currently a bottle with a large flask with a circular bottom and a long stem. It's got a misty substance inside that every now and then you swear there's a screaming face inside of it.
Lol.
Skill issue.
Anyway, he is not in sight.
Walk in. Nezpuff! Where are you?
Door flings open. Darling, you've returned.
There he is.
In the most overly flamboyant manner he could possibly manage. Oh, you look fabulous.
Thanks. Look the same as last time. Anyways.
No, look at this. A healthy glow. Oh, your cheeks like ebony. It's beautiful. Your
You're weirding
hair
me out.
like moonlight.
Nespuff, I just must say, I appreciate your personality.
Oh, thank you, darling. Your fur is so silky.
Hey, I need this bag to hold more.
Hey, Ren, how you doing?
You should not refer to her in such a manner. She is a lady.
What?
He turns to Vaughn. Sir, back me up! He should not refer to his companion in such a manner.
I'm in this bag, Nezpuff, and I pull my bag of holding off of my waist.
Whoa!
I'm not that
This one.
old.
Don't go swinging your sack around in here, son.
I turned to Cormac. I don't look that old, do I?
Cormac's not in there.
Or,
Cormac's waiting for you all
Vaughn,
back at the
that's
inn.
right. I turned to Vaughn. I don't look that old, do I?
I just shake my head just very slowly.
Ah,
Can you help me with this or not, Nezpuff?
of course, of course. He pulls out a fan and begins to fan himself lazily. But can you help me?
Maybe. What do you want help with?
I have this unbearable itch.
I can put in words with a good doctor if you want.
Oh no, darling. Not that kind.
I'll scratch it if you put me in the front of the line and you get this worked on as quickly as possible.
Yes, and
no
he
matter
turns
what the
his
itch
back.
is.
He turns his back to you and like opens his robe and lets it fall down like a
I thought you
frost.
said it wasn't that kind of itch.
It's like right in the middle, if you would, between the shoulder blades.
I give him the best back scratch he's ever received.
Like he is going weak kneed. Give me a charisma check just to top this off.
Oh no, my charisma's terrible. But I did roll a 17, so that's
Alright.
an 18 total.
So eventually he pulls away and he's like shudders in that full body shiver and pulls his robe back up and resecures it and he turns around and he's like, "Oh, thank you. That has been annoying me for 3 days." Yes.
That's
He
rough.
finally goes back into character that he's currently portraying. Very well, darling. Front of the line. How big did you want your sack? And he leans forward suggestively.
I don't need it monstrous, but I just need it
Sized
enough
up.
for
LOL. He said,
Just-
"How big do you want your sack?"
Just want it sized up a bit.
yeah, stretch it out a little bit.
Oh, yes. I bet you'll just bring me with anticipation. Very well, darling. Leave it here. Return in 3 days, and I will have it prepared for you.
I turn and look at you, Kaji. I say, hey, can I pour the shit out of it into your handy haversack so we can get it back to the inn?
You didn't plan very well for this, did you?
No.
No one plans for Nespuff.
Fine.
Thanks, buddy. I just start pulling
no,
everything
I'm
out
your
of it.
buddy.
I could say thanks, you old bag, but I didn't.
Again. Like an old married couple. At least their color matches.
Damn, that sounds a little racist.
That's what I'm thinking.
Folks get tired of all these immigration calls.
So I pull out a larger sack full of gold. How much is this going to cost me, Nespuff?
Oh, darling. So crass, but very well. I will take care of it for cost. I am... He shivers again. Very thankful for this. Ah. 2,500, yes. And
That's fine.
do be sure to wash your hands.
That's disgusting, but okay. And so I go ahead and sit and count out all of it, and I just give it to him.
Okay.
And then I take the remaining in the sack. I go ahead and put it in Kaji's backpack, and along with like the little tiny bit of other stuff that I have, like I have some iron vials and thieves' tools and a component. Well, my component pouch stays on my waist.
You have thieves' tools?
Yep, they can come in handy when you're not around. So.
All right. Genevieve, what have you been doing this whole time?
Cause I'm all alone. Everybody
Spinning in a chair,
left
apparently.
me.
She's up on stage performing for an audience of no one.
There. Right. I get back from the from town hall, and I find out that most of the rest of the group's gone. I'm just gonna kind of relax.
Okay.
I do ask, so is the kitchen in good shape?
Everything's in pretty good shape. The others are convinced that we need up security, so they're out taking care of that.
We do need to be. We do need to depart soon. I want to get that. I'm gonna try and track down that lead on where the beast came from, because I don't want to take the chance of another one crawling out of whatever hole it did.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So eventually, Skiffly, Vaughn, and Kaji return. Followed very soon by Barty and Charlotte. Charlotte has shown him every place in this town she knows, which actually isn't that many, considering how little time you guys actually spend in town.
Yeah.
Here's where we slew a horrible monster.
Is Barty kind of like, ugh.
And over there is where I saw somebody get eaten. I don't know what lengths you went to, but yeah.
Oh, I would have definitely been like, unfortunately, sharing that, which I probably shouldn't have, but I would have been like, yeah, we slew the monster right here, and Barty's probably like, oh, very
Are you
good.
taking him down to the sewer to show him where you slew it?
No.
Because he
I'm
will
about to
follow you
roll
down
out.
there.
Hold on. I'm sure he would. He'd probably try and make a move on me too.
Oh, to be honest, if you took him down
No,
into a dark
a
private
sewer.
space, he would
He'd probably
probably
be
assume
scared
you're making a
shitless.
move on him. Or be scared shitless. One of the two.
He's like,
Or both.
Charlie, do you have your passive sight with you?
absolutely do. Even though I'm only 5'1", I definitely have that sight.
To be fair, he does think it's a
And I'll
little weird
show
for you to be
Barty.
carrying around in town, but he also worked on a farm and lived near a farming,
And I'll show Barty just how great my swinging skills are.
Well, that's a swing and a miss.
Damn, Barty better not. Barty better not
And I
fucking make a move. He's gonna get sliced in half.
and I did it like this, and then I chopped it up like this. Okay, well we were right. Yeah, I guess.
All right, so you're back at the harp. Cormag, did you want to discuss your things with anything, or does anyone need to discuss anything?
I'm like, all right, so once you
yeah.
call her back, I'm like, so Genevieve mentioned you all wanted to increase security?
So I checked all the locks like you guys asked. Me and Skiffly went out. We paid a locksmith to come over tomorrow. They're gonna upgrade all the exterior locks. The locks on the rooms that we're staying in, or at least you guys are staying in, are not great. If you're planning on keeping your shit in there, you're gonna want to upgrade that.
Yeah, I
Talk to
put
the
the down.
locksmith.
So I
So-
put the down payment for our 3 rooms. So
Did you?
just yeah, when you guys were doing that, I did that.
I was gonna say
He
I
said
didn't
everybody's
hear
getting
that.
new
The whole
locks,
time.
whether they want to pay for it or not.
I didn't hear that, but okay.
Yeah, it's like I did not remember that. I thought I was just crazy.
Unless my press to talk wasn't working. You guys were ignoring me, so.
That may have been, because I did not hear you say anything there, or you got talked over and I didn't
Alright.
notice. But that
I
is
already
fine.
took the gold out.
Yeah, that's fine
So.
if you want to So Genevieve and Charlotte are sharing a room. Skiffley's stuff is staying in Vaughn's room. Cormag
Chip.
is staying here. Kaji is staying elsewhere, and
I put the
so
$20 down payment for their 2 rooms, and then I paid mine in full already.
all right. What level lock were you getting?
Yeah, because there's
That
like 4 different levels.
$150.
Oh, you're going
150
for
gold one.
the 100.
Superior.
You're going for a superior lock. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish you would have said something before. I wasn't planning on doing that. I already spent money on my own private chests.
Well, thank you.
Well, when he shows up, just tell him you don't want it then, because it's 20
Never
gold
mind.
down the drain. Oh well.
Got
Miss Charlotte, you want it.
Well,
Vaughn out here trying to be nice again and getting shit on for it.
Not shit. I'm just saying it would be smart to buttons first, but
who knows what that's like? Oh wait.
Yeah. So Vaughn's room will have a superior lock. The 20 gold will pay for him to come out to install it. So it's not exactly down the drain. Which, considering that the room does not currently have a lock, so it's not like he's replacing one lock with a better lock. It's actually having to, drill a hole.
Yeah, like I said, I paid mine all whole up front, and then they want to get theirs. That's fine. I already paid the 20 for each of their doors.
Okay, how much money did you give this guy?
I gave him 200 for mine because it was 150 for the lock, and then 50 for the installation. Then I gave him 20 gold apiece
For the other
for
two?
for the other 2. Yeah, so 40.
Okay.
So 240.
Okay. All right. So, anything else? We move on?
I mean, I'm like, so we need to wait at least a day. Let that for the locks. Okay. Well, we
Well, I
do.
mean, until we go and see Narshim, I don't have anything. So
Oh, Narshim is out of game. Unless I'm misremembering, Narshim isn't in town. We dropped off the letter explaining that we dealt with the stuff.
Yep.
And what we did, and we are not sure when he'll be back.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So I'm like,
Yeah, they expected him soon, but they didn't have a day.
No, I'm like, while I do want to get paid, we need to go deal with we need to go deal with where the creature came from.
Didn't we determine that the creature was a leftover of the Mage War?
No, that was not something we'd worked out, as I recall.
Okay.
That was the GM telling us stuff out of game.
Okay.
We have no clue. what it is.
So where would
What?
we even start with that?
I'd already managed to work out a pretty good idea of where we needed to head, but it's going to be a trip.
Okay.
That we could have in theory left from the Minotaurs, but we decided to come, as I recall, we decided to come back to make sure that, Narsheen knew that all this stuff was dealt with. The other stuff was dealt with.
So are we trying to get the tavern fully set up before we leave out again? Because if not, we still need to hire people. Or if we are, we still need to hire people before we leave.
Agreed. And we're going in on this. We might as well get it set up for use over the next couple days before we head out and try to figure out where this monster came from and whatnot. Because if somehow another one manages to pop up, which obviously none of us have ever seen something like that before, we clearly can deal with it, and that'll give
We
us time
know it's
for.
a problem. I want to. I'm looking at you. I'm like, Skiffly. We literally couldn't see the creature until we took steps.
I know, but I don't know. I'm in favor of dealing with our affairs, getting this up and going, waiting for Narshim to get back, getting paid out for that, and then within this week, hopefully all that is dealt with, and we can head out and start dealing with the external affairs afterwards. That's what I'm in favor of. Obviously, we can put it up to a vote.
All right, all those in favor of what Skiffly said.
I can't believe I'm agreeing with him.
Hey, this was team bonding. Us going out on the town together was team bonding.
All right, anyone else?
Tavern
Again, guys.
simulator.
Yes or no?
Yeah, I believe we should get our affairs in order here first.
Well, that's 3, because Genevieve? Josh?
He said, "Fuck everyone."
I don't know. I mean, both sides have really good points.
We went from
And there's a tough pros and cons.
Charlotte?
we went from Adventure Waits to Tavern Simulator 2024. So let's continue to do so. I mean, this is kind of
Can I go out the
amusing.
door?
I've never literally done this ever, so this is kind of fun in a way because now we're like, oh, let's add another element.
Okay. All right. No, I'm like, in game, I'm like, fine.
I'm not saying you don't have a point, Cormac. I'm really not. But if we're gonna set this up, we need to make sure it's
Okay.
good to go before we try and jump to something else.
All right. Well, I'm going to call a break here, and we return. It will be the next day. So
10-minute break.
10-minute break.
Okay. So we're gonna be back at
Okey-dokey.